Hey, Shalom, Shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to begin this video by giving all praise, honor, and glory to YAHAWAH, BAHA, YAHAWASHI, BAHA, RACHAQUADASH. And I'm going to say double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well. I'm going to say Shalom to all you brothers that's pushing the word also, all right, of Yahawah, BAHA, YAHAWASHI, and on faith, truth, and in sincerity. And in this title, or in this lesson, Lord willing, I'm going to title it, The Plowman Shall Overtake the Reaper. Okay, and ultimately I get this line from right here in Amos, the 9th chapter. Okay, and I'm gonna go ahead and read it. This is Amos 9:13. It says, "Behold, the days come, saith the Lord." Now, first and foremost, when you see that word Lord in all caps, that's Yahawah, which is the proper name of the one true power. All right, who the world calls God or the Most High. All right, his name is Yahawah. All right, and then we have our mediator who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, and that's YAHAWASHI. Okay, so as Israelites, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, when you call upon your power, when you call upon the Lord, all right, you call upon Yahawah, BAHA, YAHAWASHI. All right, it says, "Behold, the days come, saith the Lord." Okay, so it said the days come, meaning, all right, this is a future prophecy that I'm about to read. Okay. And we know that the Lord is not a man that he should lie. His word doesn't go out void. It will come to pass. Like the scriptures say, old things have I declared, old things have come to pass, all right, but new things do I declare. And this is one of the new things that Yahawah Shai is declaring through the mouth of his prophets. All right, the men of the Lord, starting with the apostles of Great Millstone, and on down. All right, so it says, "Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that the plowman shall overtake the reaper, and the treader of grapes him that soweth seed, and the mountains shall drop sweet wine, and all the hills shall melt." But the point that I wanted to get in this is that the plowman shall overtake the reaper, and ultimately the plowman represents the slaves. Okay, the plowman represents the laborers of this society of America. Okay, and who are the main laborers? Who are the main slaves? All right, here in America, that's you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Okay, because when you first got here, okay, you came here to America as slaves. Okay, so the plowman is referring to the victims of the transatlantic slave trade. Okay, and also the slaves prior to the transatlantic slave trade, which was the so-called Latinos and Native Americans, which are of the Northern Kingdom of the nation of Israel. Okay, you had them go into slavery first under Christopher Columbus, and they were took back into the old world. Okay, they were plowmen. They had to go out and dig up gold for all of those so-called European Edomite Edomites that came over and invaded their land pretty much, man. All right. And then by the time the transatlantic slave trade came around, all right, the so-called white man went to the west coast of Africa. And who did he grab up? The so-called Negroes, okay, which really are of the tribe of Judah of the nation of Israel, okay? Because ultimately, all these things happened because it was a curse for going off against our power, against Yahawah. All right, we didn't serve the Lord in sincerity and in truth. We broke his covenant, and the Lord put a curse on us. And one of those curses was to scatter us all throughout the world among all nations. And that happened mainly through slavery, man. Okay, right. So we came over here to America, all right, and we became the plowmen. The so-called white man put us to work, put us to rigorous work, all right, like it tells you in the book of Exodus, right? The Pharaoh at that time made the Israelites serve with rigor, okay? And in this modern day Egypt, we did the same thing again underneath the modern day Pharaoh, which is Esau Edom, the so-called white man, all right? So it says that the plowman shall overtake the reaper, right? So we built this man as the plowman. We picked his cotton, right? We built his houses, okay? And we also plowed his fields, all right? Sowed seeds so he can have so he can harvest, okay? we plowed out his fallow ground, so to speak. All right, and we planted his crops, man. And did we reap any benefits from all of that? No, we were just slaves, man. The only people that benefited from that were Edomites at that time, man. Okay, and they managed to accumulate and build up much wealth, all right, off of the blood, sweat, and tears of the so-called Negroes here in America, man, back during that time, okay? And now I'm going to get into an article just to show you, because like I was saying, like we read in Amos the 9th chapter, the so-called white man was the reaper of the benefits of the slavery, okay? Of the slavery that we partook in, our people partook in. Okay, now this is an article from this website called the AtlantaBlackStar.com, right? And it says 15 major corporations you never knew profited from slavery. And who are the heads, who are the owners, who are the leaders of these corporations for the most part? Okay, I would say 99% of them, they're Edomites, so-called white people, man. Okay? You ain't going to see no so-called Negro. You're not going to see a Latino being in the CEO, and executives of these major corporations and companies. No, man, they're Edomites, man, because ultimately a lot of these corporations and companies were passed down, all right, throughout the generations to the Edomites that own these companies today. Okay, so it says 15 major corporations you never knew profited from slavery. So even to this very day, the so-called white man is profiting from slavery. So this is one of the examples. J.P. Morgan Chase admitted their company's links to slavery. It says, this is a quote. It says, today we are reporting that this research found that between 1831 and 1865, two of our predecessor banks, Citizens Bank and Canal Bank in Louisiana, accepted approximately 13,000 enslaved individuals as collateral on loans and took ownership of approximately 1,200 of them when the plantation owners defaulted on the loans, the company wrote in a statement. So that company was involved in slavery, okay, and benefited somehow from slavery. All right. New York Life, another reaper. New York Life Insurance Company is the largest mutual life insurance company in the United States. They also took part in slavery by selling insurance policies on enslaved Africans. Okay, let's go to a few more. I'm not going to get to all of these articles or all of these examples. There is 15 of them. Lord willing, now you can just take down the title of this article as well as the website, okay? It says USA Today reported that Wachovia Corporation, now owned by Wells Fargo, has apologized for its ties to slavery after disclosing that two of its historical predecessors owned enslaved Africans and accepted them as payment, okay? So, Wachovia Corporation, which is owned by Wells Fargo, all right, a major bank in America, okay? They took part in slavery, okay? They had a role in reaping benefits from slavery. This is N.M. Rothschild and Sons Bank in London, all right? That's another one, okay? Let's go down the list. You got Norfolk Southern, okay? Also has a history in the slave trade. It says the Mobile and Girard Company, which is now part of Norfolk Southern, offered slaveholders $180, $3,000 today, a piece for enslaved Africans they would rent to the railroad for 1 year, according to the records. The Central of Georgia, another company aligned with Norfolk Southern Line today, valued its slaves at $31,000. Okay? So, there's another one. Okay? USA Today has found that their own parent company, E.W. Scripps and Gannett, has had links to the slave trade. Okay? Let's get a couple more. All right? It says we got Fleet Boston, CSX, okay? Let's get a couple more, all right? And like I said, a lot of these major companies are owned by Edomites, man, okay? They're at the top, but you might have some people out there say, oh, you got some Negroes that are in these high positions of these companies, but they don't own these companies, man. All right, they don't own any. We don't own anything. The so-called Negroes are under curses, man. Okay. It says the Canadian National Railroad Company, Brown Brothers Harriman. All right, so there you go. Okay, and like I said, a lot of these companies, a lot of these corporations, okay, a lot of them make millions, and billions of dollars a year, man. Okay, so all that wealth, okay, that these different different companies have accumulated throughout the generations, okay, they've managed to pass a lot of that wealth, down to their children. They started during the time of slavery, they accumulated that wealth, and then they passed it down to their children all the way till today's time, man. And that's why a lot of these Edomites, I would say, like my generation and the generation before, they don't really have to work, man. A lot of Edomites in their teens and in their, their mid to early 20s, right? Possibly even going into their 30s, they don't have to do anything because they inherited wealth. Okay, they were born with a silver spoon in their mouth. They were born with a golden spoon in their mouth, even. So these children, okay, of these previous slave owners and of the owners of these major corporations and companies, they don't have to work a day in their lives, man. That's why a lot of these Edomites, they go out snowboarding and rock climbing and fucking skydiving and all this random shit that Esau be doing, man. All right, going on all these vacations because a lot of them don't have jobs, man. They don't have to work. Their parents make all the money or inherited all the money, man. Okay. So they've reaped the benefits of the slavery of the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans today. Okay, so the children that's why the Lord said, "Prepare slaughter for His children for the iniquity of their fathers," because that's ultimately blood money that they have, man. Okay, it took the blood, sweat, and tears, all right, in the rigorous and harsh, cruel enslavement of the Negroes, the Israelites here in America, for you to have everything that you have today, man. All right. So the Lord said, prepare slaughter for His children for the iniquity of their fathers. And you got a lot of Edomites today that have a problem with that. Well, it doesn't matter if you have a problem, because the thing about it is you're reaping the benefits of what your forefathers have done. Okay. All the riches and the wealth that they've accumulated through wickedness, man. All right? Because ultimately, we're the apple of the Heavenly Father's eye. All right? The nation of Israel. Okay? And you used and abused us for the past 300, 400, 500 years, man. And we're still in your hands. We're still in slavery to this very day. We're still plowing for you. Working 12, 13, 14, some probably even 15 hours a day for the so-called white man. Working 2 and 3 jobs every day. Okay, and we're getting crumbs, but the so-called white man that owns a lot of these companies, he's ripping all the benefits, man. He's making the millions every year, man, and then paying all the employees. Another word for employees, which is a slave. Okay, all the employees are making fucking crumbs, man. All right, so that's what we're dealing with here. Okay, the plowman real soon is about to overtake the reaper, because like it tells you in the book of Sirach, through unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom, the rulership, the dominion of the planet Earth is going to be translated from one people, which is Esau, Edom today, all right, to another people, which is Jacob, okay? And ultimately, that's who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, YAHAWASHI, is coming back to do. He, the deliverer, is going to save the elect of the nation of Israel, okay, the slaves, all right, out of this society, all right, and we're gonna be given the dominion. And all these riches that the so-called white man has accumulated throughout the years, he's going to vomit them all up. All right? It said the plowman, back in Amos 9, it said the plowman shall overtake the reaper. So eventually the so-called white man's kingdom is going to be swept out of the way. Okay? And the people that were former slaves, which are Israelites, which are really the people of the Most High, are going to overtake them that reaped from the benefits of our labor, man. Okay? We're going to overtake them. Not only are we going to take your kingdom from you, okay, but there's about to be one of the biggest slave rebellions to happen ever in history, okay? If you think Nat Turner was bad, all right, this up-and-coming slave rebellion is going to be 10 times worse than that. That's why we prophesy about these different race wars, man, okay? You know, Jake is going to take L's a little bit, but eventually we're going to overcome the so-called white man. Like it tells you, I believe in I believe in Zechariah, all right, that Judah and Ephraim is going to get back together, and we're going to fly upon the Grecians, which are these so-called white people, man. All right, a lot of the goodies and stuff that our people are getting today, you know, it's all about to be taken away from them, man. This whole society as a whole is about to shut down, and Jake, man, Jake is gonna go crazy out here, man. They gonna get theirs, okay. All right, but ultimately, all right, our focus is on, you know, the elites, because the elites of this society, the ones that are the CEOs and the heads of all these major corporations, and then you got the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, the Oppenheimers, and all of them, okay, they're the ones that have all the money. They got the trillions of dollars, you know. This is Job chapter 20, verse 15. It says, he has swallowed down riches, and he shall vomit them up again. So the so-called white man swallowed down riches, man. All right? It says, and he shall vomit them up again. So just like you see a person maybe stuffing their face, you know, with food. Eventually, after a short amount of time, you know, they throw all that food right back up. All right? The Heavenly Father is going to come through and pretty much sock this so-called white man right in his fucking stomach, and all those riches that he swallowed down, he gonna vomit them right back up, man. Okay? Because when we get our power back, because riches and money and wealth is never destroyed. It's only transferred. Okay? So all that money that he took by deceit and he has, okay, which is ours anyway, all right, he's gonna give all of that right back up. Okay, because the so-called white man, he not only has trillions of dollars from our slavery, he also has all of our ancient artifacts, the golden cups. Like it tells you in the book of Joel, he carried away the goodly and pleasant things into his temples, man. All right, so he has all these big ass vaults with gold bars and golden cups, and they all belong to Israel, you know. So all those riches that this man swallowed down, he's going to vomit them right back up. Okay. Because we're going to overtake this man. The Lord's going to give his elect men, starting with his elect men, all right, spiritual power, all right. This is Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 16. It says, therefore, all they that devour thee shall be devoured. And the so-called white man has devoured us, man. He's eating us up. Okay, he's using and abusing us. He's taking our money from us, man. He's taxing the hell out of us illegally, you know, giving us minimum wage jobs, not even making a way for us to really support ourselves how we need to. You know, brother did a video how there's over 41 million people in the United States living in the poverty level. A lot of these people have jobs too, but they're on the streets. Okay, why are they on the streets? Because the jobs that they have, okay, they don't make enough money to really house themselves, man. So they gotta drive around and live in their fucking cars, man. Okay, and that's because the so-called white man is just a greedy bastard, man. Okay, all that wealth he has, he could cure world hunger. All right, he can resolve the issue of poverty in the world, all right, overnight if he wanted to, but he's not going to do that, man, okay, because he's the devil, he's the wicked, and he's greedy, man, okay. It says Jeremiah 30:16, therefore all they that devour thee shall be devoured, okay. And the so-called white man Esau wasn't the only one that devoured us, all right. It tells you that in the book of I believe Zechariah, the 2nd chapter, that the heathen furthered the affliction. The Moabites, the Ishmaelites, the Elamites that own all these mom and pop stores, all these Chinese restaurants, all of these 7-Elevens, man, they're all partaking in the affliction of the Israelites, man. All right, because they're feeding us bullshit food, okay, you know, and they're benefiting from that. All right. It says, therefore all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thine adversaries, all the heathen nations outside the nation of Israel, okay, listen up, it says, and all thine adversaries, every one of them, shall go into captivity, okay? So the plowman is going to overtake the reaper, okay? You're going to go into captivity. All the nations are going to go into slavery real soon, man, okay? It says, and they that spoil thee, okay, shall be a spoil. So you're going to be spoiled, okay? Your riches are going to be taken away from you. It says, and all that prey upon thee will I give for prey, okay? Because ultimately we're going to have you, we're going to chain all you devils up, all right? And all you heathens are going into slavery in the kingdom of heaven, all right? And you're going to be our prey. Just how you preying on the nation of Israel now, all right, you're going to be a prey in the kingdom of heaven. And we're going to have fun with you devils. The scripture talking about how we're going to meditate terror upon you, okay? Revelation chapter 13, verse 9. It says, if any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killed with the sword must be killed with the sword. So you Edomites led the nation of Israel, the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans into captivity. You led us into slavery, okay? So since you led us into your wicked ass slavery, all right, you're going to have to go into captivity, man, okay? It says, he that killed with the sword, and you killed our people with the sword, all right? Christopher Columbus, it was said that when he came over to the Native American tribes, to the Latino tribes, he didn't put his sword down for I believe it said for over an hour, all right, because he was too busy slaughtering our people, man, okay. And then today you got these Edomites, these cops, these centurions, these Romans, all right, gunning and shooting down Jake in the streets, shooting our people down in their own homes, all right, mercilessly, man, in cold blood, okay? So since you hated not blood and you wanted to kill with the sword, all right, you're going to have to be killed with the sword, okay? It says, here is the patience and the faith of the saints. And who are the saints? The Israelites, man, the sanctified ones, the holy people of the Lord. Deuteronomy, the 7th chapter and the 6th verse, man, okay? So we're going to overtake you devils at the last. Like it tells you, Gad, a troop shall overcome him, right? The prophecy of the Native American Indians, all right? But really that prophecy applies to all of Jake, because it tells you the same thing in Baruch, the 4th chapter, that Judah, your hands are going to be upon the neck of your enemies, man, okay? All right? I believe that might be in Genesis 49 too. Salaki, if I'm getting that mixed up, but you get the point. The scriptures say it, you know? But going back to Gad, it said a troop shall overcome him, which is talking about the Edomites, but he shall overcome at the last, man. All right, so the northern and the southern kingdom, we're going to get our revenge on these devils, man, on our oppressors, okay? We up here, our people are in this society, slaving, breaking their backs for pennies, and the so-called white man is reaping all the benefits of it. But all that he accumulated and he's stacked up over the course of time, right? Okay. He's going to have to, he's going to give all that right up. Okay. And we live it in that time, man. His society is clearly going down. Okay. It's being destroyed as we speak. And we're about to live in that time where this great slave rebellion, so to speak, right, is about to make it's about to happen on a grand scale. Okay, so that's pretty much all I wanted to go into. Lord willing, this was edifying. The plowman shall overtake the reaper. I'm gonna give all praises to YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI, by Shira Kakwadash, and I'm gonna say Shalom.